Going to do a recap of the video that I did on how I achieved the look, and also talk about some of the products that I used. I started off with this Woods sunscreen, which is 50% sun protection and doesn't leave a white cast on brown skin. That's perfect for black girls, brown skin girls, and it leaves a matte feeling. It doesn't really leaves your skin shiny. Absolutely love it and recommend it, and it's affordable. And then I use my Nori products, also a Danish brand, has actually won some beauty awards. They just launched this one last year, these two, perfect for mature skin. I'm 48, so I'm one of those people. It's a serum that you start with and then you finish up with a face cream. I've also used some of Nori's products, like the overnight mask that you leave on your skin and it just hydrates your skin. I also love their mist, just to give like a pick-me-up kind of feeling. And I also love their foam, absolutely love their foam, because I've tried everything in terms of face wash foams and it usually left my skin feeling dry and taut, but that one is just mild. And what I love about Nori's products is that they don't have any perfume, so perfect. And then for the foundation, it's the Stuff Filter number 5. That's my color. Love, 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 love this one. It gives me a good finish, still moisturized but not too shiny and not heavy coverage. And I can layer it because I'm so basic, so I love things that I can layer. This Dior that I bought by mistake last year on limited edition. I forgot what it's called. I can't see because I'm not wearing my glasses, but it's both a gloss and like with color, and it's shiny, as you can see. Those are the results, like you know what I mean? Yes. And then for mascara, it's the Essence. I discovered this brand at a grocery shop. This one, it's brown, it's cheap, it does the work, and I love it. And for my eyebrows, I use Fenty dark brown, I think that's the color, and I love this part because I've got fine eyebrows, so it's perfect to really put them in place. And to finish off, it's with the Essence Brow Lift, which is also very cheap at my grocery store. Not everything has to be expensive, guys, but as long as it does the work, okay, and it doesn't leave you with reaction on like allergic. This one for sure. And for my sister locks, it's just an old water bottle that I filled with water, and then I just spray, and then that's it, tie it up. So that's as basic as I am, but I still love to look my best. Tell me what you think. And then on a normal day, I would put on, on a day where I need to end things up, I would put on a blush and maybe put on a red lipstick, or maybe layer the lipstick / lip gloss, and I would use a black mascara. Yeah, so what do you think? And it's snowing outside. Today I wanted to share some of my skincare brands that I live by, but also the makeup that I use. To be honest, I'm very basic. I'm not a connoisseur when it comes to skincare, nor am I a connoisseur when it comes to makeup. I just do the basics so that I make sure that I look my best, and I am really honestly ready to learn, but I think I tend to get overwhelmed with a lot of products. That's why don't end up not knowing what to do. So today I would love to share the brands that I discovered. Sunscreen, I always start with the sunscreen just before I apply anything, and this one is by Woods, a Danish brand. I tried it and I can tell you that it doesn't leave a white cast on a brown skin. Beautiful for black girls, we would need to know that. And it's not shiny, doesn't leave you shiny. It doesn't leave you dry either, but it gives like a nice matte feeling. And it's 50%, a sunscreen coverage. So I like that, especially at my age. I need to make sure that I cover, you start seeing, when you're my age, middle age, you start seeing the sun damage, and I can see that. So now it's just about maintaining not so much about prevention, I think. Prevention and maybe maintaining. So this one I can highly recommend to try it. And then for my skincare, I am a Nori fan, and I've been lucky to be gifted these two by Nori for matured skin. I've tried some of their brands, but these two are just perfect for my skin. I need more moisture. I need to make sure that my skin is taken care of. And if you check it out and try it, you'll probably experience that it actually does that and more, especially if you're suffering from high pigmentation like myself. Yeah. So Nori, it's a serum. Start with the serum and then a cream. So normally I would just start with the face cream by Woods and then the Nori products. And then for my foundation, I use the Dior Stuff Filter. One reason I love, like I said, I started by saying I am basic when it comes to makeup. I love that it doesn't give me a full coverage, like heavy. I like light, where you can still see the skin and the imperfections, but also it gives you like a almost kind of an even glow and a nice color. It's number 5. I use a 5N, I think, in concealer. So this one I don't use a concealer on a day-to-day basis because I don't want to. It's okay to look tired sometimes, but for the coverage of the pigmentation and just to give like a clear complexion, this is the one, the Stuff Filter Dior. And for my eyes and sometimes for my lips, I use the by Redo Ancient cream foundation. No, what do you call it? Eyeshadow cream. And I love it because you can use it on your lips and your eyes. I love multi-functional products. Like I said, I like things to be simple. I don't get overwhelmed from many choices. I am a Libra. But I do love beautiful things. The packaging is amazing, and I love their lipsticks. I have a lipstick by Redo that I've had for a very long time, and it's just like a classic red color that just gives that zhuzh, like a vibe. I use the daily instead of a blush. I make sure that my eyes are highlighted somehow. Someone said one day that I have like beautiful almond eyes, and I was like, that's it. That is the part that I'm going to accentuate the most whenever I have the chance. So a cream eyeshadow, and it's easy because it's stick, so I don't need to use tools. Apply all my makeup with my fingers. So this one, Ancient by Redo, I think that's the color. And I somehow love Essence. I love their gel, brow gel. This one particularly, it's very cheap, but it does what it needs to. Sometimes you buy fancy stuff and it doesn't really. This is like magic, and it comes with a brush. If you've got thick eyebrows, those like women who've got thick eyebrows, or like this. And I love using this part. Love it. By Essence, I think it's like 39 crowns or something like that. It's okay to buy cheap sometimes. And I also love this one. I use it on a day-to-day. It's brown by Essence, a brown mascara, and I love the effect that it gives. That my eyelashes are defined, but they don't have the intensity of a black mascara on a day-to-day basis. If I just want to look, underdone, makeup underdone, but on a day where I need to amp things up, then of course I would go for a black mascara. But this one I recommend. It's also cheap. So expensive, cheap, right? Who said you had to? And then for my eyebrows, I tried to fill this my eyebrows with this one by Fenty, and I found the perfect color. I think it was like middle brown. It was not dark brown. It's middle brown or something like that. It's perfect, and it also has this brush that I love for my very, very fine eyebrows. I keep closing my eye because I'm looking at the camera as well. And one of the best things that I bought last year, which was like a limited edition, that I was not sure about it, but I keep going back to it. and it's lasted me. I bought this last year, guys. It was like one of the limited edition by Dior that came around Christmas, and you see the finish at the end. I love it. I can put it a little bit and then some gloss, or I can just put more to have that. It's got this shine, and at some point I thought it was maybe too shiny, for a day to day, but I don't care. I'm 48. I'm at an age where I just do what feels right for me. So this one, I even forgot the name. I don't remember the name of the. No, I can't see. Limited edition. It's got a beautiful dark chocolate with a bit of glitter, and then of course, yeah, always a sucker for good packaging, right? So yeah, that's about it. So now I am going to start with my sunscreen. I've washed my face and I've cleansed, and going to use my Woods sunscreen. Like I said, it doesn't leave a white cast, guys, and I absolutely love that. I like, as you can see, right? Normally I would look ashy. I mean, black people know this. We've all experienced this, where you just look very ashy and like someone threw ashes on your face. This is just and it feels like it moisturizes also, but without leaving any shine. So I love it, and try it out. It's a Danish brand, like I said, so I'm not sure if it's sold in other parts of the world, but yeah, if you live in Copenhagen, you probably be able to purchase it. And then the next, I go with my serum, don't worry, and just a little pump, not that much, and everything with my. I don't have an eye cream at the moment, but you know what I mean. Then I would also apply an eye cream. This feels so good. Amazing. Don't forget the neck, and just by the ears, and sometimes behind the ears, because when you get older, you start seeing the dry skin that needs extra love. And next one is my face cream. Also a little pump. Like I said, these products are expensive, but you get your value for money because they last longer, so the face cream, and this feels good too. Yeah, just next to the ears. I should have worn my earrings, but yeah. Maybe the lips as well. And what I love about Nori's products is that they don't have any perfume, so you're not left smelling all kinds of things. And if you're allergic to, or you have a sensitive, sensitive to smell, some products leave you with that lingering smell on your face. I love that their products don't have that. Neutral smell. Even their face wash that I will show you next time, and their mists of. And then of course I'm going to apply my foundation, my Star Filter, number 5 for me, because I'm almond. I am almond, and I get a dark almond in summer, so don't hate me for that. And this is the beginning of the foundation. Like I said, it's a light application. I don't need to, and on a day where I need to look done, I'm going out, I can I layer it, I put more to make sure that I get a full coverage. But I love that it's light. I love that it leaves my skin feeling moisturized, and I don't get that, because like I said, when your skin, the maturing skin, and we're different, some people are very lucky to have supple skin, but some people tend to have dry skin, and some a combination, and I think I'm a bit of both. So I can feel in winter that my skin needs extra love. I don't know why. And I think it's also hormonal. When you're going through perimenopause, I mean, your body just changes for the good, for the better, and for the worst. And I'm embracing all the parts of menopause. You know, the wisdom that comes with being a woman going through perimenopause, where you just don't give about people's opinion, and you trust your intuition more, and you know, you're not afraid to make a fool out of yourself. I embrace those parts. I also embrace the parts where I wake up in the morning and my one foot is just so painful. My joints are sore. I am like emotional and, you know, very, very teary 1 minute in a month's time, and then the next minute I'm like high, happy like a child, and the emotions are just, you know, they get the best of you, and sometimes you experience anxiety. Those are also parts of menopause, but I embrace all of that because, I mean, yeah, you take the bitter and the sweet, right? And I think women who are going through perimenopause will know that that is how it is, and there's no way around it. And for me, I am trying to have like a very mindful approach to it. I mean, not every day, believe me, not every day. There are days where I'm just, you know, especially I'm still going through my periods, so especially on days where I'm feeling like I'm about to go through my periods, I'm just not the best version of myself. But I exercise, and that's one of the things that is important when you go through perimenopause, to keep your body moving. I don't know if you can see the beauty of this color. Yeah, I haven't, you know, I exercise. I haven't started any hormonal therapy. I don't know if I will. I don't know if I won't. But right now, I make sure that I move my body every day. I'm just putting a bit of lip balm. I move my body every day, and I also make sure that I meditate every day, and also make sure to surround myself with positivity. It's not easy. It's a daily practice, and learning to say no, not learning, but really saying no, intentionally saying no, you know, to things that don't bring me joy, and appreciating my time and my space. I've always loved my own company for some reason. I think if you're Libra, you know that we love company, and people think we're very social. We're sort of show social butterflies, but when we get home, it's the best feeling. Now I'm unapologetic about that. I love being at home. I love being at home reading a book. I love being at home being on my couch. I love being at home. Just, yeah. As much as I love going out, I love being at home. I don't know if you can see the Dior. This is just a little bit of it, and I can maybe add more just to show you the intensity of it. It's such a beautiful color. I can't believe I wanted to return this at some point. I was just like, maybe it's too much, but too much for who? Look, come on, look at my eyes and look. So yeah, that is part of going through perimenopause, that you guys, I did tell you that I'm very basic on my makeup. There's someone probably looking at me thinking, what is she doing? But I look decent, right? At the end of the day, I look like someone who's made an effort. So this is the mascara I told you about, the brown mascara. And I love that it doesn't, it's not over exaggerated. It just accentuate or like elongate my lashes, and that's it. So yeah, I was talking about going through perimenopause, that the beauty of going through perimenopause and not so beautiful side is the mental that women go through that no one sees, the mental changes, the mental challenges, and the physical as well. But I embrace all of that, you know, and it's not easy. I'm 48 and I'm still able to run. I'm still able to move my body, do yoga, walk, travel. So I don't know, the older you become, the more grateful you are of your ability to move. Just simply move, you know, don't have to do anything extraordinary. And when you're young, you really don't think about that. Like, And I'm also grateful for the fact that I can move. But I also try to be mindful now, like moving with intention and resting when I feel my body's overwhelmed. I teach yoga and Pilates and dance, and there can be a lot of movement. So on days where I've been teaching, I will normally feel that I have done a lot of movement, which is good, but it can also backfire in a way that, my body's just so sore, like overworking my body. So my eyebrows are slightly filled. I'm just going to I'm closing my one eye so I can see. I really can't see. You'll tell me. Yeah, so that was a bit about going through perimenopause. And unfortunately, I don't have my mother to ask how it was for her. So I have to figure everything out. And luckily today, women like myself, I was just checking my mic. When women like myself at my age, we're the lucky generation who lives in a world where information is so much. There's just too much information and there's a lot of conversations that I had about going through perimenopause. Because when I talked to women who are older, they said it was something that you went through alone in silence. It was a suffering in silence, kind of. And I think that's why today maybe it doesn't feel as suffering as much as it did before, because we're able to share our experiences as women, and we can communicate, and we can like, oh, you're feeling this, I'm also experiencing that too, and how do you deal with it? And then we seek information. And yeah, so I'm navigating this phase in my life, but I also want to make sure that I remain I'm able to recognize myself. And doing something like this, my basic makeup, reminds me of how important it is to take care of myself. I feel like I'm just talking nonstop. Anyways, I'm spraying my sister locks with water. I washed it this weekend, so sometimes it gets dry and just needs a bit of water hydration, and also to just give it a bit more weight. I've had my sister locks now for 3 years. I'm going on 4. It has been the best journey of my life. It happened when I was going through a burnout, and I just decided enough about my afro. I need a break, and I would love to do something that's still very beautiful to my natural hair. And I've been looking at women with sister locks for years, but I just couldn't afford it. And then all of a sudden I had the money, and I was like, you know what, it's time. And I have this beautiful Kenyan woman from Belgium. I forgot what's her. I'll remember her name, and I'll share next time when I share about my sister lock journey. And I, told her that I would love to have my hair done, and she consulted, and she came here, and I paid for everything. Of course, she came here, and it was such a healing experience of having my hair done. It was a 27-hour session, and the whole time when she was doing my hair, we just talked about sisterhood, about all kinds of things. And I felt in that moment that my hair was not only taken care of, but I was having a healing moment. Sorry, I'm just looking away because it's snowing and it's so beautiful, and I'm reflecting of this time that I think was the hardest time for me, because I just lost my job and I was uncertain about the future and my health. I was experiencing all kinds of things with my health. Anxiety was the worst, and lack of sleep. But out of all this experience, I had this moment with this woman, my loctician, where she was doing my hair. And that's why I always say that for Black people, healing hair is part of our spirituality, and that's why we guard our hair and our head so much. And that's why when people touch our hair, it can be such a triggering experience, not only on a physical level, but on an emotional and spiritual level. And yeah, how did I get here? Anyways, it was about my sister locks. Tell me what you think about the makeup. the attempt to do my makeup, and this is just on a day when I'm going out to, you know, to do errands. But if I was going out on a special occasion, like special occasion, dressing up, I would be, you know, putting more of the I don't know what it's called, gloss, but lipstick slash gloss, and more, maybe a little bit more foundation and maybe a blush, and, you know, finish off with a powder I steal from my daughter's makeup bag. And then, of course, I would also use a black mascara. And maybe sometimes a red lip, just to switch things up. So these are some of the products that I use. Just to do a recap, I started with the Woods sunscreen, and then I went on and put on a Stuff Filter Dior, and then I put these two by Nori. I hope you can see them. And I used Essence for my eyebrows, Fenty, to fill them in, and then as a gel. And for my eyes, the by Redo Ancient Color Stick, and mascara Essence as well. And for my hair, it's just water, you know, water. I hope this inspired you. If you're like me, don't know what to do with your makeup, and you're like basic, you use your hands, I hope this inspires you to try more stuff in terms of color on your eyes. And if you have any great tips, you're like a pro, the things that you think I could do, I would also love to hear. Thank you for listening to me just talk about life in menopause and makeup, and you know, yeah, and until